Uyile, back by power, by force, by power, by demand. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done. Guys, today's video is me attempting to do a full-on makeup tutorial that is Matric Dance inspired. I do know it's September. Some people have went to the Matric Dance, some people haven't, and yeah, I'm here to be your girl. I did want to show you something. Okay, now it's a bit like moved, but I got these shades and they look like they're the real deal. I got a palette from a drugstore. I got it from Discam, and I'm gonna try it. I hope it's gonna work out, because the last time I tried a palette from Discam, it did not work, guys. It really didn't work. I've already so this is the new palette I got. I think it was 90 rand at Discam, and it's written 24 rose gold palette. I hope it works. So yes, I've already done my eyebrows, guys, and I didn't think you guys would want to see me do my eyebrows, because I do have a tutorial where I'm doing my eyebrows. So if you want to see that step by step, go check it out. By priming my face with this, it is a MAC Prep and Prime. Just spread around the primer just to moisturize your face and make sure that you okay, so I'm just gonna do my eyes. Okay, so I am going to take this, my concealer. It is in the shade Pure Beige, and I'm going to just put it on my hand. So I just like doing that, and I'm going to put it all over my concealer and my eyelid. I like doing my eyes at the same time, because first I'm gonna take a setting spray. It's not water, because I'm lazy to go get water. I'll just use the setting spray, making it damp. I'm going to take translucent powder, and then I'm going to just set my eyelid just a bit, because I want obviously my eyeshadow to last very long. So I am going to try the color from this palette. They don't have names, guys. So they don't have names. So yeah, I'm just gonna try a color, a build up color, and let me build it up. I'm gonna use this color to build it up. Can you see? Okay, I've never tried this. I'm just hoping, guys, it's as good as it is on my hand, and I'm just hoping like it doesn't make a mess, because usually drugstore palettes, guys, and you know I'm always trying to like hook you up with drugstore affordable makeup, but hey, sometimes the palettes are not the best, but I like the way this one is, right? I like the way so far. I really love, because usually the first palette I got from a drugstore, ooh guys, and it's filming very great actually on camera, better than it is on live, actually in real life. But yeah, like the first palette I bought was just not good. I've got big eyes, so my eyes kind of like swallow the thing. So I always try and like probably overdo it. But hey, just trying to build up my eye. I just hope I don't forget how I built this up. To build up my eyeshadow with adding two colors on my cut crease, purple and red. Just forgetting, but I'm impressed so far with this palette. I think it's great and it's sitting on well, so I think I'm gonna love it actually. I might just fall in love with it. So now I'm going to take this is an Avon. It's Avon. I took this from my mom. Everything that I have that's Avon, like it's probably from my mom. When I'm done with adding the colors on my cut crease, I take a concealer and I put it around my cut crease where I would want to add a pop-up color. I start with the LA Girl concealer and then I follow up with my Avon concealer. I use the Avon concealer because it is lighter than the LA Girl Pro concealer, and I just go over it just to make sure that it is bright enough for when I do add the color that I want to add on the crease. I just do this until I think that the circle is the shape that I want it to be, or a half circle is the shape that I want it to be, and then I add the color that I want, in this case, which is gold. I add it on my cut crease, and I keep adding it until I feel like it is enough. There is no method to this. There is no stopping. You stop when you feel like you've added enough color, and if you feel like it pops up for you. I do add a lot of this because I love it, and then I take my red color and just go over it at the corner just to make sure that I've hidden my solid line that divides the two colors, and I just go over it and perfect it. Then I do the same thing on the second eye. Do the same thing on the second eye, and I add color, and that is it. Okay, I'm back. I did apply my eyelashes off camera, so we're just gonna clean up everything now. With this, I'm just cleaning off my eye because eyeshadow does fall through my face, and I just make sure that it's a bit straight and where I want it to be. So I use this and I just clean off my eye and make a solid line where I'd want the eyeshadow to end, or where I'd want it to look straight. It's the orange color corrector. I just use it for my spots. So spots here. These spots here. As much as I can here, because I find this to be more effective than just hiding your spots with concealer. So I add a lot because I also do have a lot of spots. I add as much as I can before I put on my foundation. Please note that I'm just dabbing. I'm not LA Girl and Fit Me Plus, purely because this one is very light. Like I did say, like yeah, I've never really went to a drugstore and I found my perfect color, and this one is very dark, not very dark, but it's dark. So I just mix them together and try getting the perfect shade. I mixed them in my old MAC thing. It was a, you see, like, I don't know, let me just show you guys. This is how it is. Can you see the light one and the dark one? So hey. So when I'm done mixing the two foundations, I use a foundation brush to just apply the foundation properly. However, I don't spread the foundation with my foundation brush. I take a damp sponge and I spread it around evenly, because I feel like this method is better than using a foundation brush. I spread it around evenly and also try to hide the color corrector underneath my face. I also want you guys to notice that I don't necessarily rub against my face with this sponge. However, I do dab it on my face, like I am doing now on my forehead. I dab it until it's perfect and I feel like I have hidden every inch of my face with foundation. You take this again because it is light, and I highlight with it. Using the same LA Girl foundation, I highlight on my cheeks. However, I do take a concealer, the LA Girl concealer, and I also add it on, just so it creates that lightness. I put it on my cheeks as well, and I also put it on my nose. I also put it just above my mouth and my chin, and then I spread it all out. I take this to contour, and I put a line on my cheeks, on my contour area, and I do the same thing for my nose, just to make sure that the lines are perfect. To edit the lines, I take a sponge and I blend it in properly to get rid of the solid lines. I blend until I'm happy, and then I take translucent powder and I go over the translucent powder on my highlighted areas. I take it and I put it on my highlighted areas, my cheeks, my nose, the area above my mouth, and my chin. And I take this palette that I bought at the factory or the clothing store. I just take it to make sure that I go over my contour lines and I go over my cheek, my nose, and yes. Take a brush just to make sure that I get rid of my translucent powder, and then I follow with my MAC highlighter, and I highlight the bottom of my cheeks. When I'm done with my MAC highlighter, I take my Anastasia highlighter and I take the yellower highlighter and I put it just above the MAC highlighter, and I find this gives it a proper effect because the highlighters are not the same. I use the same pencil that I use on my eyebrows to line my lips, and then I put on lipstick. I do realize that I didn't show you guys which lipstick this is. This is an Essence lipstick. I am going to put it in my description box. I use the maroon lipstick, and then I use a pink lighter lipstick on top of this maroon, and I blend it in and it creates a perfect color. To make sure that my eyes pop and to finish off my eye makeup, I take the colors that I put on top, so the gold color, I put it on my inner corner, and I take the red color and I put it on my outer corner of the eye at the bottom. I find that this method makes my eyes pop. I've tried using black eyeliner, but because I have big eyes, I don't like how it looks on my eye. So I took a white eyeliner and I put it on the inside of my eyelid, and it pops up my eyes. So I just use that to just pop up my eyes, and it complements my eyeshadow. And like the lipstick, I did realize that I didn't necessarily show you the which brand this mascara is, but I do put the mascara on my lashes, the top of my lashes, just to make sure the lash blends, and then I put it on the bottom of my lashes, and yeah.